This story begins in the city of Baran with a girl who arrives at an apartment and finds the door locked. After entering, she plans to cook, but realizes that the apartment has no electricity. In another side, Shu and his friend Ayano talk about Shu's life as Shu has not been eating well. Shu was working at Ayano's company, but retired to work on his own even though he doesn't have any money to buy food. After saying goodbye to Ayano, Shu returns to his apartment, where he finds a girl named Kisara waiting for him in the dark, who cooked food for Shu. He plans to decline to accept the food, but ends up eating again. Kisara hugs Shu and she says that he smells like another woman. Shu uses an excuse to escape Kisara's jealousy. She tells Shu that she has paid the bills. Shu receives a package which Kisara has to pay. Now they are both out of money. Kisara later takes a picture with Shu and uploads it to her social media profile. However, Shu is her only follower. Shu uses his phone and special glasses to connect to a virtual network where a case will be auctioned. The case occurred in a casino where a young man turned into a demon. At the auction, several people bid to see who will be in charge of eliminating or capturing the demon. Shu wins the auction. The other participants get annoyed about it. After going offline, Shu has a call with a woman who was the one who paid the auction money. Her company and Shu's company will work together on this case. The woman who talks to Shu is Ayano's mother. Outside the place where the demon appeared, Shu meets Ayano. They enter the building and find the demon in a room with minions summoned by the demon. Shu asks Ayano to take care of eliminating the minions while he goes for the demon. Ayano and her team attack the minions, but each time they eliminate the minions, the demon summons another group. Ayano attracts the demon's attention by shooting at it. Shu takes the opportunity to reach the demon's back and shoot it. However, the shot doesn't work and the demon attacks Shu. When he is about to be hit by the demon, Kisara saves him by cutting off the demon's arm. The demon regenerates its arm. Ayano and her team say that it is a B-class demon. Kisara has no power to attack. She tells Shu that they haven't done the ritual in a long time. While Ayano and her team distract the demon, Kisara and Shu kiss. Kisara transforms after the kiss and her power increases. During the fight against the demon, Kisara and Ayano have an argument. And Kisara asks Shu for a key to his apartment. Shu, with the help of Kisara, kills the demon. With the demon dead, Kisara reaches into the demon's head to extract something. At that moment, the building starts to collapse and they have to run out. Outside the building, Shu and Ayano see Kisara in the sky. And Ayano says that Kisara is a A-class demon. Sometime later, Kisara enters Shu's apartment using the key he gave her. She finds Shu asleep. Taking advantage of that, she takes off some clothes and takes a photo of herself with him. Later they discuss the information that Kisara extracted from the demon. She only gets a picture of a man in a cloak and can't figure out who he is. Both are worried because they have no money and the government only pays them a month later. In the station, Kisara meets some classmates and they believe that Shu treats Kisara badly. A young man named Mikhail Hachikusa invites Kisara to an event to be held that night. Mikhail is president of the student council and son of the mayor of the city Baran. Shu, on the other hand, is begging Ayano to help him get a job. She is about to help when she suddenly sees the photo Kisara uploaded on social media of her and Shu. Ayano leaves in Angier. A man from the Anti-Demon Bureau talks to the organizers of the event to be held that night where the mayor will be present. He tells them that there is suspicion that a demon-possessed student is planning to kill the mayor. They come to an arrangement in which the Anti-Demon Bureau will be in charge of the security for the event. The man gives that job to Ayano's mother's company. At night at the event, Shu is working as a guard thanks to Ayano's mother who gave him that job. He meets an old friend named Miles, who tells him about the suspects, situation and the private companies that deal with the demons. A strange eye appears behind of them and spies them. When Shu turns around, there is nothing there. The mayor appears, so they must return to their jobs. The mayor gives a speech about Baron City. He explains that Baron City is a world power, and thanks to the extraction of a resource called Organium, the city is like a paradise. Shu and others present question that statement in their mind, due to the existence of demons. Shu thinks that if this city was a paradise, his family would not have been killed by a demon. At that moment, the mayor is attacked from behind by a demon, who claims that everyone will know the existence of demons. However, before he could touch the mayor, he is stopped by Kisara, who drags him out of the place. Outside, the demon is attacked by anti-demon forces. The demon uses his ability to cross through the walls to escape. Then when Ayano is about to kill it, the demon talks to them. Ayano stops and the demon escapes. Shu and Kisara surround the demon. At that moment, Shu is given the order to capture the demon alive. The demon asks Shu why he is loyal to the government that covered up the death of his family. Taking advantage of Shu's distraction, the demon escapes, but is hit by a truck carrying a package for Shu. The demon is captured alive and taken away for interrogation. Then Kisara asks Shu if he has thought about what the demon said about his family. Shu replies that it is the government who is now giving him jobs. Shu has a nightmare about the death of his parents and his younger sister Kana. At a plant, a worker is chased by guards for stealing an Organium core. After being shot and falling, a voice through his cell phone tells him that if he wants to escape, he must become a demon. The man agrees and the light covers him. Shu receives a letter in his apartment. At the mayor's office, they discuss the worker at an Organium refining plant who turned into a demon. They guess that he may be a spy from some country, looking to steal information about Organium refining. The mayor apparently doesn't know anything about the functionality of the Organium. Those present explain that the Organium is a clean energy source coveted by other countries. Shu meets Ayano in a park. He asks Ayano for help to get the job of the Organium plant worker who turned into a giant caterpillar. Ayano realizes that someone sent Shu information about the caterpillar before it is published. She tells him that whoever sent her the information just wants to take advantage of him and Kisara. He already knows this, but he says he will do anything for his target. Shu wins the caterpillar case auction, but the information changes, because the caterpillar swallowed an Organium core and they can no longer kill the caterpillar. Therefore they decide not to give that job to Shu. Miles with another police officer talk about Shu's past. Miles tells that Shu appeared 2 years ago with a demon, Kisara. The government didn't agree to accept a demon, therefore the government sent several teams to kill Shu and Kisara. But all were defeated by them and the government had no choice but to accept Shu to create his company. The anti-demon forces attack the caterpillar demon. However, the caterpillar demon transforms into a big butterfly, which attacks the anti-demon team. The butterfly chases and attacks Ayano's team. The anti-demon forces realize that they can no longer capture the demon butterfly and retrieve the core, so they give Shu authorization to kill it. Shu kisses Kisara to empower her. Shu sacrifices his memories to empower Kisara. Shu says that he doesn't mind if Kisara takes away all his memories to achieve his goal. Kisara saves Ayano, who is about to be crushed by a rock. Then she starts attacking the demon butterfly. Kisara, with the collaboration of Shu, manages to kill the demon butterfly. Later, Ayano finds Kisara extracting the demon's memories. Kisara apologizes to Ayano for taking the memories about her from Shu. Ayano and her team fight against a D-class demon. After the battle is over, the injured from collateral damage are taken to the hospital. Ayano sees an injured man she had seen earlier in the park. A woman among the audience yells out the man's name, Tony. Afterwards, Ayano meets a girl named Linfa, who works with the mayor. They say that because of not being able to recover the core parts of the city are without electricity. At Shu's apartment, he and Kisara eat by candlelight because they have no electricity. Kisara takes a selfie of themselves. Ayano asks Linfa a favor related to the man named Tony, who she saw earlier at her case location. Before she leaves, Linfa teases Ayano about her previous relationship with Shu. The next day while leaving their apartment, Shu and Kisara meet Mikhail, who starts bad-mouthing Shu, but they ignore him and leave. They meet Ayano and a detective from the Anti-Demon Bureau, who tells him that they are investigating a man named Tony, who is part of the Italian Mafia. The detective named Mikami explains that the Italian and South American Mafia are in a war and have started using demons in their conflicts. Apparently, Tony had a partner who was in charge of tricking people into contact with demons. Shu gets mad at Ayano for looking into something like this without telling him. Detective Mikami gets a call saying that Tony was murdered. At the hospital, Miles tells Mikami that Tony was killed by a member of the South American Mafia, Serpiente. Mikami temporarily suspends the investigation of the man who tricks people. Ayano investigates about the man at a coffee shop. She meets Shu, who invites her to collaborate in the investigation of the man. Ayano rejects Shu and she becomes angry with him because he seems to have forgotten many things that happened between them. Detective Mikami arrives at a meeting place of the Serpiente Mafia, but finds everyone inside dead. Shu receives a letter on an arrow that has an address written on it and heads there. Kisara tells Ayano that Shu doesn't remember some things, as he is sacrificing himself to find the one who killed his family. Ayano doesn't want Shu to keep sacrificing himself for revenge. Kisara tells her that she cannot stop Shu's desire. At the Italian Mafia meeting place, the police surround the area and they think that there is a demon inside. At that time Shu arrives riding a bicycle and enters the place. Inside he finds a demon woman killing all the Mafia members. Shu shoots the woman, but she escapes by entering a mirror after fighting him. Detective Mikami enters and asks why the demon would kill the Italian Mafia after killing the South American Mafia. One of the men attacked by the demon woman agonizingly says Maria's name. The detective guesses that the demon woman is Maria, Tony's girlfriend, and that she is after those involved in Tony's death. In another place, Ayano is attacked by the demon woman as she is unarmed. She can only defend herself. Kisara arrives at the place saving Ayano. She gives Ayano a weapon and chases the demon woman. Shu warns Kisara that the demon woman can enter into the mirrors. The woman tries to attack Ayano again but fails, so she runs away. Ayano is taken to safety by the Anti-Demon Bureau. Shu, Kisara and Detective Mikami go to a restaurant where Mikami asks Shu who informed him about the demon's whereabouts. Shu does not give an answer. Detective Mikami tells Shu a story about an Organium mine, although Shu already knew the story because it is the story of the death of his family and many more people. Shu's father had discovered that the appearance of the demons had to do with the extraction of Organium. On that day when everyone except Shu died in the mine, the blame fell on Shu's father. Ayano's mother, Akino, also tells this story to her daughter. Shu's wish is to find out what happened that day and clear his father's name. Detective Mikami tells Shu to stop trusting the person who gives him the information, because he doesn't know the person's intentions, and asks Shu to work together with him. Together they will find out what happened that day. The next day, Mikami and Miles find the whereabouts of the man that Ayano and Shu were investigating earlier. Upon entering his apartment, they find him dead and a sentence written on the wall indicating that only one person left. Shu visits Ayano at the place where she is protected by the Anti-Demon Bureau. They talk about the past. Shu tells Ayano that he believes his sister Kana may be alive and that some demon is holding her captive. Outside it is raining and a drop leaks into the place where Ayano is hiding. Ayano kisses Shu and they are about to make love. A drop falls into the hiding place and the demon woman uses the reflection of a puddle to appear and attack. But Shu and the others were already prepared for the woman's arrival. Jealous Kisara kisses Shu and increases her power. Kisara fights against the demon woman but is at a disadvantage. While Kisara and the demon woman fight, Ayano wants to talk to him about what happened between them just now, but Shu seems to have forgotten. Shu joins the fight. He and Kisara defeat the demon woman. Elsewhere, a strange black and blue spear is lying on the ground. Sometime later, Detective Mikami informs Shu that after investigating, it was discovered that the person who killed the man who tricked people was not the demon woman Maria, but someone wanted them to think that. 6. A woman dressed as a nun arrives at a destroyed building after seeing a photo of Kisara. She says she has already found her. At Shu's apartment, he and Ayano, who helps him clean the place, talk about Kisara, who has not returned since the last job. Ayano invites Shu to work with her, but he declines the offer. Kisara is under a bridge sheltering from the rain and remembers when she met Shu. He found her in a cave. She was trapped with a sword stuck in her chest and Shu frees her. After being freed, she attacks Shu, then he tells her that he wants to make a pact with her. Ayano sends Kisara a picture of her at Shu's house. Angry, Kisara throws her cell phone. 2 men from the Justice Party enter a building to kill a demon. They find the demon dead, and while checking the body they are attacked by the woman dressed as a nun. The woman subdues the 2 men. At that moment, a group from the Anti-Demon Bureau enters and shoots the woman. The woman jumps out of the window and escapes by stealing a car. Shu meets at a train station with his unknown informant. The unknown informant gives him information about the nun who attacked the Justice Party and tells him to be careful with the Celestial Abbey. Mikami and other agents are listening to their conversation. After giving the information to Shu, the person quickly leaves, and Shu is unable to catch up. In a virtual meeting, all the companies are informed that a nun attacked a party. Shu informs Ayano's mother about the Celestial Abbey. She explains to him that it is a religious group that is spread all over the world and they have been killing demons all over the world for thousands of years. After talking to Shu, Ayano's mother, Akino, is visited by the nun who asks her where Kisara is. Akino says she will not tell the nun anything when she is about to attack Akino. Ayano arrives and shoots the nun. The 2 engage in a fight where the nun steals Ayano's cell phone and runs away. Kisara receives a photo sent to her by the nun saying that they haven't seen each other in 3 years. Shu is attacked by the nun at the entrance of his apartment. She knocks Shu down and tells Shu that she hasn't seen him since he let her live. Shu has no memory of what the nun talks about. This makes her angry and she beats him up. Kisara arrives on the scene and confronts the nun. The nun says that she defeated her once before. Kisara remembers that the time when Shu freed her from the Demon Slayer sword, while Shu was telling her that he wanted to form a pact with Shu, the nun attacked her from the back with the Demon Slayer sword. She became angry and Shu had to team up with the nun to defeat her.
I hope you liked the recap. If so, don't forget to subscribe and like it.